Welcome to the final session of the video 4 session, and in this we'll recommend a few of the recommendations from our end, as well as we'll show that the installation complete phase almost it is going to be done. Also, we will talk about if since we have multiple task sequences, one is USFP, we click on that. That how can we deploy to different collection, because we shouldn't deploy for same collection. Say example, we have Windows 10 upgrade in place, as well as the USMT2 same collection. So if at all in case if they cancel that and if they do for same machine, first come first serve spaces as a mandatory. If at all if you have configured as a mandatory, it gets deployed any of the task sequence, and then after deployment it again restarts another task sequence as a deployment. As a best practice, instead of deploying to the deploy Windows 10 UAT, I would create another collection for a required. For example, in this case USMT SMP phase. That's what I'm going to work on that part in few seconds. Okay, and let's jump into the so basically we shouldn't have two mandatory operating system deployment to one collection. So the machines which are have one after one it gets deployed, that means no use. So just go to the required folder, create new collection. There you can type the collection. In my case I'm just typing Windows 10, so Windows 10 and then USMT or SMP. Okay, then every collection must be limit to another collection. So in my case all systems, and membership I'm not going to add here. The schedule should be 1 hour here to get to add it, because we are talking about operating system deployment, and everything should deploy within 1 hour period. So we just update that so that within 1 hour time any of the collection can be updated as soon as the new checks it stands and it's deployed, or the machines can be added. Let's jump into the next. Click on next. We are not going to add here the members. We'll add later point. That's what warning. Okay, click on next and finish. This is how you create a collection. Once the collection is got created, we will add the machine. So adding the machine can be done after the installing the client, or before that, no matter. Okay, but the collection membership should be updated. So right click and add resources, which I've shown in the video 3. Also two, also I believe that I've shown 2-3 times that right click and add members. Okay, as a first step would be as a recap. First, search for the device name and then right click, client install. In my case, just showing you the first step. How to do out of these 4 videos. The first step would be installing the client with the 2 checkboxes, and then install client. Once this is done, client gets yes in the column. Then add this machine to the resource. I can show you. Just go to the machine collection. Okay, right here, add resource once again, and here what we do is we simply choose the required machine by typing the machine name in the add resource. Once that is done, we update the collection membership. Okay, by right click, we can update. At this point of time, there is no machines. Okay, in my case, but in case if I want I can add the machine and then deploy it. You can do that in your lab, or go for the lab 2 machine, so that it gets Windows 10 deployed automatically. So the recommendation is install client, then add the machine to the collection, and then update the collection membership like that. Okay, and then it takes 30 minutes to 1 hour time to complete the mission to be get install the client and get the policies, and then automatically it gets deployed that required task sequence. So I'm just updating the membership to show you that's how you do. After that, go to the properties. Once of Windows 10 is got deployed, you can delete that. I can show you once I come back to once the VM is gets deployed, I can show you that how I'm going to delete it. Okay, and as the next step would be I would definitely go to the give me a second on that. Yeah, I'm going back to the vCenter and see, checking VRE phase is completed. Now it is trying to do post upgrade phase almost. This is I call it as a PC will restart after this, and then you get the control done. Once you get the control done, for example, you may have your OneDrive that gets to be updated, or maybe a different application that to be updated. It is very rare case you get it. Okay? But most of the time all the Windows 7 applications are compatible to Windows 10. That works as it's not a problem. Okay, here I'm forcing for the 10 seconds to give a countdown, otherwise it gets rebooted. This is common as part of the operating system deployment, and we get it forced as 10 seconds. It gets rebooted. Once the reboot is happened, you would see the post complete batch file or the command window, which would which would checks the background logs, or some kind of checks to make sure that it has installed Windows 10 and it should be in a right phase. Okay, that's what it does. Let's wait for a second to get the batch window which should run before pre-logging. That takes another 2-3 minutes altogether, that batch phase. Okay, and I'll wait for that a second. Starting Windows 10. Yeah, this is the window I'm talking about. The operation completed successfully. This is what if it is taking maybe 1 hour or more than that, you can close that. Otherwise it should wait for auto close. And then this actually checks some kind of background things, whether they are successful or not. After that we'll wait. Have to wait for a few seconds. Yeah, you see that that's just completed a window. Next would be, once that's closed, I should get my Control-Alt-Del screen, and there my last logon was if I log as lab1 user, I should be able to get that user account as my last login. That's how it shows. And then after login, I should get normally my welcome screen, all those. We back to the Control-Del. Let me go to the session to initiate. Yes, Control-Alt-Del, sign, and I should be able to get my profile back. Yeah. So here I would enter my password. Once I enter the password, I should be able to get the welcome Windows 10, all those normal things when you install Windows 10. That's how it should be greets you basically for the new operating system the first time, and then this is what I'm talking about, the greeting. Okay. And then you'll find on your screen all the applications and settings, everything. So if you look into it, I will update things. Yeah, and click on start button and see all the applications in the desktop. Everything is there. Now since this is already deployed, now I should remove this machine from my target collection. Okay, and that should be the next step what I will do it. But I'm just showing you what are the in the look and feel. So I'm just going back to my collection to remove that machine. How would I remove after deployment? Okay, just go to the collection properties. Don't select the machine and delete. This actually delays the entry from the console, but it will not remove from your collection properties. So you should be doing this is one of the important information to you. You may use to go to the collection properties and select the required target machine which was deployed to Windows 10 and just remove it. Okay, that's how you should be doing it. Since you have chosen the option of the mandatory, so I don't want get into the risk. So select the required machines. In my case, I'm selecting the 2 and then simply delete. That's it. That is not deleting from the CSIM database. It is actually removing from the collection. That means whatever the targets of have this collection, okay, and the deployment staff, okay, that all will not be available. Okay, after that you should be doing the not the refresh, you should be doing the update collection membership. That's update membership. So it does from count 1 to 0 if you notice. Okay, and that's a recommended way. Otherwise you have to wait for 1 hour. Okay, which would automatically trigger, which we have to schedule earlier. Okay, and now the count is 0. Okay, and let's go back to the server or the mission. Okay, and see, once we have removed under system sender, you would find all the I'm sorry for that. Okay, Let's go to the scroll up applications instead of typing the better way. Yeah. You notice that there's Microsoft OneDrive to be upgraded. Yeah, definitely, because that's not Windows OneDrive is not maybe updated version for Windows 7 to 10, so it gets updated, or the media one would be upgrades to. That's fine. Then we go to System Center. Okay, that's one. Select one screen. Scroll properly. Ensure that it's taking time. For me, it's very slow. Yeah. And then let's look for QRS. Yeah. System Center. That's a software center. That's where you see all target device target information. For example, in this case all these task sequences are available. Okay, but it should take an out since we have removed this machine from the collection, so which takes 1 hour time actually. Okay, if you want to force it, you should go to the control panel, show small icons, and then select the configuration manager applied, and then the actions tab, machine policy ensure. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, and I can go to the start control panel. So these are the steps for type control or go to the control panel. These are the steps for post installation, which we don't want to read as a best practice. Of course, it won't read it, but as a best practice, better to remove from the collection and wait for 1 hour. You don't need to perform this machine policy implement. This is what if you select and run. What happens is targets are completely removed, so that this machine is just the normal machine. That's it. A file, it just close. Okay, or you can reopen that. Okay, that's what so in the 4 sessions what we have done is selected the device, install the client, and then added the machine to the required collection. So if you are planning for more than one task sequence you are going to use, then create 2 different collections as a one-time job. Deployment is a one-time job which you advertise as soon as possible basis, and then once it is deployed, just remove the collection, remove the machine from the collection. That's how it works. I hope I made it the videos or useful for you. Okay, thank you for watching this.